Hello, welcome back to the HTML5 Canvas apprenticeship course. In this session, we will be looking at how to draw circles and arcs. Let's create a new file. This is the same HTML5 boilerplate code which we have seen earlier. Change the title and update the script reference to circles.js. This file we will be creating shortly. Now let's go ahead and create the circle.js file. We'll copy the same basic initialization code from the earlier code. We have the reference to the canvas element, and also we get the context from the canvas object. Let's draw a circle. As usual, we need to use the begin path method to start the path. Then we use the arc method of the context API and pass in the x and the y coordinate along with the radius, the start angle and the end angle, and whether we need to draw the circle in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise direction. So when we say the anti-clockwise to be false, we are actually drawing the circle as in a clockwise direction. We then close the path and then use the context.fill to fill the path. Let's refresh the screen and check the output. We have a black circle. By default, the fill style is black, and hence you see this color outputted onto the screen. So let's review the basic API for drawing the circle. As we have just seen, the circle can be drawn with the arc method, which take the following coordinates: the x, y, radius, the start angle, the end angle, and the last parameter which indicates whether the circle needs to be drawn in a clockwise or an anti-clockwise direction. Also, it is important to note that the angles are in radians and not in degrees. In the future videos, we will have a look at how to convert from degrees to radians and radians to degrees and vice versa. The diagram or the figure which is shown onto the screen represents the side-by-side values of the degrees and the radians. As we all know, in a circle there are 360 degrees, which is equivalent to 2 pi radians, 180 degrees equal to pi radians, and 90 degrees equal to pi by 2 radians. We humans generally use degrees to measure angle, but most of the computer systems and other graphic system uses radians to do the angle measurement. In the next section, we will have a look at how to convert from degrees to radians and vice versa. This knowledge will be very useful when we are dealing with animations and circular rotations using HTML5 canvas elements. Let's quickly have a look at the formula. Let's have a look at the arc2 method. In addition to arc method, the canvas context provides another method for creating arc paths. Arc2, which takes 5 arguments, that is x1, y1, x2, y2, radius. The arguments to arc2 represents 2 points and the radius of the circle. The method draws an arc from the first point to the second with the specified radius. The arc is tangent to the line from the current point to x1, y1 and is tangent to the line from the current point to x2, y2. These qualities make arc2 well suited for drawing rounded corners. Let's get on to the example. First we move to a point 300, 20. Then we draw a line to 400, 20, which is essentially a horizontal line. Save the document and do a refresh. At this point there will be no changes in the output. Invoke the arc2 method on the context and pass the required parameters. This method arc2 with 450, 20, 250, 90, 20 creates an arc to the right of the line, creating a rounded edge. Then create a line 2 or call the line 2 method of the context with the parameters 450, 120, which actually creates a vertical line, and then call the stroke method on the context. Save the document and refresh the browser. So you will find some output, but it's not as per the expectation. We have missed some parameters, or we actually provided a wrong value to the parameter. Let's correct. Let's check the values. Instead of 250, give the value as 450. Save the document and refresh the document. Now you will find the output as expected. You have a horizontal line followed by an arc followed by a vertical line. So as an assignment, you can try creating a rounded rectangle using the move to, line 2 and the arc2 function. Until then, thank you and have a nice day.